Are we ready to go? Yep. Okay, so I've been asked quite a few times which is the best termite inspection, or what are the alternatives to use when you're about to do a termite inspection. There's two types of inspection that we do. We do a normal visual inspection where we go around to all areas of the property, inside and out, including the manhole and subfloor if there's one, and the boundaries of the property. We call that a visual inspection because that's all it is. We do it by sight, and we've got a moisture meter, and we make comments for anything that we can see that can lower your risk for termites. The other alternative is it's a more expensive option, but in my view it's the most accurate sort of option, and we use this in areas where the normal visual one's not sufficient. So if you've got access problems, if there's problems with getting into certain areas of the property, for example the subfloor, the roof, or you know that the house is very much at risk and that the house next door might have termites, for example, or you might have a lot of gum trees or untreated timber, timber retaining walls that are close by, then you'd certainly be wanting to use the Termite. There's a lot of houses in the inner west of Sydney that fit the category of having access problems. You just can't get underneath the subfloors, they're too low to the ground. So with the thermal inspection, what we do for that is we access all areas of the property, inside and out, with our normal visual inspection, and then we go a step further and use the thermal imaging. When we do that, we take readings of all of the areas of the house, the flooring, the walls, and the ceiling spots. And so when we do our testing, our inspection, if we find an area that's got heat, and especially if it's heat where we don't expect it to find heat, for example, we know that there's no sunlight or electrical items, we find heat in an area that it's a little bit unusual, or by sight, if we can see an image with the thermal camera of an organic sort of matter. It's not straight lines, it's sort of bumpy, and termites typically come up from a corner of a room from the ground up, and it's sort of like a bumpy triangle all the times, and it branches out. The thermal camera can pick that up. So if we get some heat and we're not absolutely sure it's termites, that it might be something else, we use the Termite, and that will track termites using a radar, heat and moisture, and when you've got all three, you've got termites.
Mm-hmm.